You woke up on the floor with blood on your lip and no memory of getting there. And by the time your boyfriends broke the door down, it might already have been too late. And what they decide in that moment is something they refuse to ever take back. You think you know how the will protect you promise usually goes. But wait until you see what's actually different the second time it happens, because the last line isn't what you're expecting. You told them, months ago, in the careful way you told people things you didn't want to be treated differently for. I have epilepsy. It's controlled. I take my meds. I sleep enough. I don't want you to hover. And I don't need you to. Bakugou had grunted and said, "Fine, whatever. Just don't scare us." Which from him was basically a hug. Kirishima had asked 3 follow-up questions, and then never brought it up again. Unless you did. And so they didn't hover. That was the problem. You'd missed a dose the night before. 1 dose. You'd been so tired you fell asleep before you could get up for water. And you didn't think anything of it. You went back to your dorm after training, told Kirishima and Bakugou you wanted a nap before dinner, and locked the door out of habit. Nobody thought anything of a locked door, not until you didn't show up. "She's never late to food," Bakugou said, already annoyed, already moving down the hall, like his feet had decided before his brain did. Kirishima knocked. No answer. Knocked again. "Hey, you asleep? We're going to eat without you if you don't hurry up." He stopped. Something in the quiet on the other side of the door didn't feel like sleep. "Move." Bakugou didn't wait for permission from the door. 1 small detonation later, the lock gave, and he shoved it open. You were on the floor beside the bed, tangled half in a blanket that you must have pulled down with you. It was already over. You were still, breathing, but your lips had a faint blue ting that made Kirishima's stomach drop straight through the floor. And there was blood at the corner of your mouth, where you'd bitten your cheek. "Shit. Hey. Wyan." Bakugou was on the ground before he finished the curse, hands hovering like he didn't know where it was safe to touch you. "She's breathing. She's breathing." "Recovery position," Kirishima said, voice tighter than you'd ever heard it, already rolling you gently onto your side, tucking your arm under your head the way you'd once explained to him almost as a joke. "Just in case. You'll probably never need to know this. Don't hold her down if she starts again. Time it if she does. Call recovery girl." Bakugou already had his phone against his ear, and for once in his life, he wasn't yelling. His voice came out low and fast and controlled in a way that scared Kirishima more than screaming would have. He woke up slow and wrong, the world arriving in pieces, a ceiling that wasn't yours, recovery girl's face, and then closer, 2 faces you knew better than your own, red-eyed and pale. "Hey," Kirishima whispered, like a loud sound might break something. "Hey, there you are." What? Your throat hurt. Everything hurt. That deep muscle ache that always followed. "What happened?" "You had a seizure." Bakugou's jaw was tight. His hand wrapped around yours hard enough that you could feel it shaking. Minutely, the way it did when he was holding something back by force. "Alone, in a locked room, while we were down the hall, eating katsudon like idiots." Katsuki, how long were you on that floor? His voice cracked on the last word, and he hated that it did. You could tell, because he looked away, like he could take it back. We don't know. We don't know how long you were like that. And we were right there. It's not your fault, you said, even though your voice was barely a whisper. It's exactly our fault. Bakugou said quietly, and then Kirishima continued. You told us it happens sometimes. We knew, and we let you lock a door and just didn't check. I forgot a dose, that's on me, not... We're not doing that. Bakugou cut in. We're not doing the thing where you take the blame off of us, so that we feel better. I don't want to feel better. I want this to never happen like that again. It happened again on a Tuesday, 3 months later, and this time, your door was not locked, and this time you weren't alone. You were on the couch between them, Bakugou's arms slung over your shoulders, Kirishima's feet in your lap. Bakugou was pretending not to be watching whatever movie you'd all agreed on. You felt the aura start, the strange metallic taste, the way sound went soft and far away, and you had just enough time to say, Hey, I think. That was all you got out. I've got you, Kirishima said instantly, already moving, already easing you down onto the couch cushions, instead of letting you fall, one hand cradling your head. Katsuki, time. On it. Bakugou's phone was already out, his other hand pushing the coffee table back, so there was nothing for you to hit. You're okay. We've got you. It felt like it lasted forever, and also no time at all. When you came back to yourself, groggy and heavy-limbed, you weren't alone on a floor. You were half in Kirishima's lap, his hand smoothing your hair back, and Bakugou was crouched in front of you, holding your hand tight. There you are, Kirishima said, the same words as last time, but this time, his voice wasn't cracking. It was steady, sure, glad. 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Bakugou reported. You're fine. You're going to be tired and pissed off for a while, but you're fine. And we were right here the entire time. Told you. Not your fault. Ever. You mumbled. Row. Doesn't matter whose fault it is. Bakugou said, pressing his forehead briefly to your knuckles. Matters that we're not leaving you alone. With a locked door again. Not ever. Kirishima kissed your temple. Soft. We've got you. Every time. No matter what. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.